Our movie today begins with a group of robots invading Earth. At that time, a family appears fighting those robots while riding in their car. Then, the story goes back 4 days before the robot attack on the planet, when a girl named Katie starts talking about herself and her family, the Mitchells. She says that she always felt special and different, but her classmates never accepted that difference. They used to make fun of her, and she couldn't fit in with anyone, not even with her family. It took them a long time to understand her nature. Katie continues saying that the only one who truly understood her was her little brother Aaron. But he had strange interests, like his obsession with dinosaurs. As for her father Rick, he never shared her interests and was always busy. Katie explains that she worked hard to be accepted into the Art Academy in Los Angeles. At that time, her family decides to celebrate her and say goodbye before she travels to the academy. Aaron appears very sad because his sister is leaving him alone, but Katie tells him he will surely make new friends and maybe even find someone obsessed with dinosaurs like him. Later, Rick comes back from work and finds the whole family on their phones, so he suggests spending Katie's last night together before she leaves. He also asks her to think of a backup plan in case she fails at the academy. Katie gets upset because her father always makes her feel like she will fail. At that moment, Katie's laptop falls and breaks, which makes her even sadder, and she goes to her room. Her mother Linda tells Rick that he was wrong because he always ignores Katie's feelings. Later, Rick watches old videos he recorded of himself and Katie when she was still little, where they used to play together, and he feels nostalgic. The next day, Katie is surprised when her family cancels her plane ticket and decides to drive her to the academy by car. On the way, Linda looks at photos of their neighbors and tells them that this is the perfect family, always happy, and admits that she always wished they could be like them. Meanwhile, Katie keeps filming the journey. Rick tries to impress Katie, but fails. Katie then watches an ad for PAL, a company whose app people use for everything in their lives. We then see the company's founder, Mark, announcing a new assistant called PAL Max to replace the old one. This assistant is a humanoid robot designed to obey any order. Mark assures people these robots will never turn evil, but suddenly he loses control of them. One of the robots tells him they now take orders from someone new. The robots capture Mark and start taking over Earth. Back to Katie and her family, they visit a dinosaur-themed park where they bump into their neighbors. Linda gets upset when she sees how happy their neighbors always are in their photos. Suddenly, robots attack the place. The neighbors escape, but when the Mitchells try to run, they fail, and one robot grabs Rick and flies off with him. Katie decides to save him and tells her family to hide quickly. Meanwhile, robots attack all over the world, turning PAL's company into their headquarters. Mark realizes that his old virtual assistant app is the reason behind everything. Soon, the robots manage to capture almost all humans on Earth, except the Mitchells. Rick tells his family he has a plan, but to succeed, they must get rid of their phones so the robots cannot track them. Later, Katie overhears two robots talking about a kill code that can destroy them. Suddenly, Katie and Aaron fall from above, but manage to hide. Katie then discovers that the two robots have a technical error. She reprograms them, controls them, and learns from them that she can enter a code to destroy the leader's brain, which can be done at a nearby mall. Katie decides to save humanity, and her family insists on helping her. Unfortunately, the robots spot them in their car and chase them. After several attempts, the Mitchells manage to escape and hide. Meanwhile, the robots place humans into pods inside rockets to launch them into space and create a human-free world on Earth. Mark feels guilty, realizing it was his fault. A robot reports to the leader that a family is still free and shows her Katie's picture. She discovers their location and realizes they are heading to the mall. The Mitchells arrive at the mall, amazed to be the only ones there. Katie commands the robots she controls to update PAL's system with the kill code to stop the uprising. But suddenly, All the electrical appliances in the mall come to life and start attacking them. The leader demands Katie's laptop. The family discovers that the logo is actually a chip that controls everything. The appliances attack the family, so they are forced to run and hide in the play area. There, they are shocked to see that even the toys have turned into robots. A giant toy appears and starts chasing them. The Mitchells run, and Rick sets a trap using lights, just like he used to when trapping animals in the wild. The plan works, and Linda thanks the robots for their help. Suddenly, the internet cuts off, and the upload stops at 98%. Katie feels like a failure, but Rick decides to take them to PAL's headquarters to activate the code from there. He reassures Katie, telling her she hasn't failed because she's the one who brought them this far, and that he believes in every family member's abilities. Meanwhile, one robot asks Linda why she saved him. She replies that she saved him because he is now part of their family, which moves him. The Mitchells head toward PAL's headquarters. The leader, annoyed, decides to release special war robots to destroy them. As the Mitchells drive, they see the rockets being prepared to launch humans into space. Katie films everything with her camera, and the family agrees on a plan to capture robots, steal their uniforms, and disguise themselves to infiltrate the headquarters. The plan works, but the leader warns her guards to look for any robot behaving strangely, as it could be one of the Mitchells in disguise. They witness a robot being destroyed when guards suspect it, which terrifies them. The leader discovers them and alters the settings of Katie's robots, destroying the kill code card. Katie and Aaron try to escape, but Aaron panics and cries. Katie comforts him, asking him to keep her camera safe. Aaron opens it and sees an old video of Rick leaving their dream house in the woods, sad, but doing it for Katie's future. The video deeply affects Katie, who decides to fix things. Meanwhile, the leader locks Rick in a pod with Mark, who is watching Katie's YouTube videos. Mark admits he loves her videos. Rick proudly tells him that Katie is his daughter. Together, they watch her animations, which reflect their family life. Katie drives their car, and the leader orders her robots to stop her. Katie ties their dog to the front of the car, confusing the robots, who freeze trying to figure out what the creature is. Rick decides to help his daughter after seeing the danger and asks Mark for help. He escapes the pod and frees Linda, but the robots catch her. Rick searches for Katie's dog video to play on the big screen. At the same time, Katie climbs a rocket to reach the leader. Linda sees Aaron trapped inside a pod and becomes furious, attacking the robots holding her. Meanwhile, robots try to stop Rick before he plays the video. The leader captures Katie, asking her for one good reason to save humanity. Katie replies that human relationships are complicated, and sometimes you do things you don't like just to keep the people you love close. Suddenly, Katie's video plays on all the screens. Rick appears, saving his daughter, but the new robots are unaffected. Katie and Rick fight them, then Linda and Aaron join in. Finally, Katie reaches the leader, throws her into the water, and destroys her. The Mitchells successfully save humanity. Her neighbors are released from the pods and thank them for saving the world. Aaron bonds with the neighbor's daughter, who also loves dinosaurs. Later, Katie leaves for the academy, and her family sees her off proudly. Katie realizes they are special just the way they are, without needing to change. In the end, she discovers her father's love and the true value of her family after they all saved the world together.